Hey everyone, my name is Asia. I'm with College Vine, and before we get started talking about your college essays today, I just want to take a moment to remind you about our free essay services. So, first, if you want to get a free review of your essay, you can head on over here and submit your essay. You'll get detailed inline edits, and you'll get your essay back in a return time of about 3 to 8 hours, maybe even less. And you can also improve your own writing skills by reviewing another student's essay right here. So a student will submit their essay, you'll provide feedback and send it back to them. And if you're looking for some more help on your essays, some guidance, you can head on over to our essay prompts and guides. So in our essay prompts and guides, you'll find a list of all the schools that you're applying to and how to write the essays. Head on over to collegevine.com to sign up and get started with all our free essay services today.
Topic A first. Tell us your story. What unique opportunities or challenges have you experienced throughout your career that have shaped you who you are today? You don't have to talk about a challenge or tragedy, is one big thing. But stories about difficult circumstances are often memorable, right? So it doesn't have to be something super like significant on your life, but it can be an inconvenience or something that you found to be difficult that you overcame, right? And so that's what admissions officers are kind of looking for. These stories are most effective when focused primarily on your journey of working through the challenge instead of the challenge itself. Admissions officers really don't not care, but aren't really looking for what the challenge was, rather how you physically or mentally responded to the challenge. They're really looking about you, trying to understand you as a person rather than the challenge itself. Some cliche topics are topic A, getting bad grade in class, but then working hard to raise it. In some ways, it's too academic, and oftentimes it's cliche because everyone struggles in class at some point in their lives, right? Sports stories such as winning, losing the big game, or getting injured. We talked about that before. Death of a pet or family member. Divorce. Mission trip, which made you realize how lucky and privileged you are. Right? So, of course, these can present challenges in your life, but unfortunately, these challenges are kind of cliched, overdone. But we talked about how before we can kind of shift the narrative to make it more unexpected. And by leading the narrative to something more unexpected and oftentimes more personal or analytical, it can make a more unique essay. So in that same vein, you can write about these topics, just make sure that the conclusion isn't as expected as a reader would think it would be, right? So yeah. Here's some brainstorming questions to help you figure out what to write for topic A if you haven't already. Which values and skills do you hold closest to your heart? Honesty, hard work, diversity, activism. Where did these priorities come from? And maybe these are reflective in a challenge that you faced before. And through that challenge, you came to really value these traits. What are you most grateful for? What are you most proud of? What risks have you taken which have paid off? And then what do you like to do? When and how did you get into it? And maybe that thing that you do presents a challenge to you. And because of that, it's exciting. How would your family and friends say you've changed for the better over the years and why? And then look back at your list of extracurricular activities. Which ones are challenging and or special opportunities? When have you tried something new? Some other guidelines. So admissions officers are looking for growth. You don't have to end the essay perfect, just show off growth. So just like we talked about, the admissions officers not really caring about the challenge, but rather how you overcame the challenge. Ideally, that would be tied to some aspect of growth, you growing personally over time. Also, they want to see circumstances you turn into opportunities for improvement, and then may even reflect upon a situation that initially seemed like an unpleasant challenge, but later revealed itself as a hidden opportunity. In terms of outline, in a traditional storytelling format, recommend beginning with a vivid anecdote or an unexpected premise. And again, this is really just to break the mold if you choose a cliche topic. You also want to walk through who you were at the beginning, but how you felt and acted, and then move towards challenge or opportunity. So in some ways, you have to set the scene before you can show how you've changed over time. Right? So there should be somewhat of a clear before and after kind of picture. So before the essay, this would be after the events of the essay, this is who I became. You also want to explain impact of turning point, dive into thoughts and feelings, and describe the growth you achieved as a result.